Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is KY Brick coming at you with a haul and unboxing video for Christmas 2022. And I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, just about 5 or 6 years. Nothing too crazy, but I figured why not bring back the channel with a bang with a unboxing video. So a lot of these are vintage figures, and what I mean by vintage is this is mostly in my terms and my own criteria. Pre-2008. So I like, mostly buying older figures, as you see me going over on R2-D2 right there. And that was an older R2-D2 with the white head, so pre-2008 Clone Wars era. Um, so, yeah, I purchased about 10 or 15 of these guys, and, the second one we got here is a 1998, technically Lego Castle, as it's specified on a lot of reseller websites. But, this is a 1998 Ninja. So there was some Ninja sets released through Lego System, in the late 90s, and this was one of them. So I'm a really huge fan of some of these prints and some of these printings on their faces. They're pretty rare. They're just honestly pretty cool, pretty aesthetic, pretty cool to look at. But these guys weren't super expensive, about $7-8 each. The green Ninja, their counterpart, however, is pretty expensive, and that is definitely something on my list that I want to get. So those guys are definitely pretty cool. I believe the next guy, yes, Killer Croc is the next guy I have here. This is the 2006 Superheroes version, the first release of him, I believe. But honestly, this guy is just super nostalgic to me. Huge fan of the early Lego Batman sets, those releases, because I played a lot of Lego Batman, growing up, so really accustomed to that kind of stuff. But Killer Croc, really big fan of that character or that minifigure. He was about $30 though. Next up we have Emperor Palpatine, or Darth Sidious. Big fan of this guy. I believe this is the 2000 version. And just want to mention, all these characters are in excellent to good condition. I want to make sure I spend money on minifigures that are gonna last. So a lot of the plastic on these characters is pretty tight because it hasn't been moved in about 20 years. I think I will probably mention that a few times throughout this video just to make that clear. So up next in some of these minifigures that I bought recently is the Episode 2 Obi-Wan. So I'm a huge fan of this one. This is actually a minifigure I never had growing up as a kid. Actually, most of these I never had growing up as a kid. I'll do a video separately on some of the older vintage figures I do have, or I did have growing up, but this was a huge want for me. The Camino Obi-Wan is very nostalgic for me. I really love Episode 2 and just the prequels in general because, I grew up with those. I'm 21 years old myself, and that's just kind of what I knew growing up, so along with the Clone Wars. But another huge want for me was this Episode 3 Anakin, Revenge of the Sith. Really, really wanted this one for a long time. I actually did buy chrome lightsabers for pretty much every for every Jedi. Sorry, every Jedi pictured in this video has a chrome lightsaber either on the way or I already have one for it. There's a few packages I don't have currently that I could probably do a separate video on that are still in the way. Anyways, I'm also a huge fan of the 2001 Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets Harry Potter line. Many people aren't a fan of some of the designs, the facial designs for some of these characters. But honestly, I think the colors, I'm a huge fan of some of the colors in some of these figures. It's just some of the more neutral colors and grade greens, olive greens, darker greens. Some of those shades that are used for the Hogwarts Castle. Just some browns, blacks. And just really interesting color palette that we don't really see in a lot of other lines of Lego was used for the early Harry Potter set. So that's Snape right there. He's actually glow in the dark, his head, but I'm a huge fan of his printing. His printing is actually one of the main reasons why I wanted to get that figure. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I think I'm switching out base plates of characters. Anyways, we have, this is actually one of the newer ones I have, and kind of a little miscellaneous character, but our newer ones I purchased, sorry. This is the 2008 Hot Rod Driver. So I'm just a huge fan, honestly, of just each piece that he comes with. That's, as you know, that same torso is used for the Naboo palace fighters or whatever, pilots. Just a huge fan of that character in general, or that minifigure. Anyways, up next is a Aqua Raiders guy who I recently acquired when I picked up a used. It's still really cool Aqua Raider set at a local Lego shop, just like a third-party Lego shop. And I actually have another guy you can see later on, but he's inside of the submarine that came with that set. Anyways, this is the Exoforce. I love Exoforce too, but never had any Exoforce as a kid. But some of my neighborhood friends did, and I really wanted an Exoforce, so I made sure to get one of these guys. Anyways, this is the, I believe, Gate Guard Rio, but he has the interchangeable face. So that's really cool. You know, I don't watch too many animes myself, but I'm honestly a huge fan of the style. I think that was really out on a limb for Lego to do, but I think, you know, very rare nowadays. Anyways, here's Draco Malfoy, and I'm kind of just showing off that cape there. The starry capes were very unique to the early the 2001 Lego Harry Potter sets. So whenever you find a starry cape like that, you probably know it's, you know, you can kind of take a huge guess that it's from those Harry Potter sets. Anyways, here is Hermione, and her face is probably one of the most controversial prints out of this whole line. As you can see me kind of struggling to take the hair off there. As I said previously, you know, all these figures are pretty much new. So some of the plastic pieces are pretty stiff or haven't been, you know, moved in 20 years at this point. So here's Ron Weasley, and I'm a huge fan of his face too, you know, very unique. And that hairpiece as well. You know, we see that same hairstyle used for Doc Ock in some of those early 2000s Spider-Man sets. But, you know, we don't really see that hairpiece used too often, especially with that color. I believe that's the only color for that hairpiece for these Harry Potter sets. So anyways, moving on, we're going to take a look at, I believe, just a few more figures, and then the Aqua Raider set. Anyways, I was wrong. Actually, what we're going to be looking at next is just another minifigure I purchased. This is Darth Maul, or at least it was going to be the Darth Maul. It's a 1999 version of Darth Maul from the Sith Infiltrator set. Anyways, you can kind of see me gesturing towards the box. I actually received the wrong figure, which is totally fine. I'm going to get that worked out. I received it like a 2015 version of Darth Maul, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of some of the newer Lego minifigures, but, you know. Anyways, here I'm actually showing off the set itself. So Aqua Raiders was a line in 2007. I actually remember pretty vividly as a kid because I had a few sets when it was coming out, but you know, pretty cool stuff, very unique, predecessor to some Lego Atlantis stuff and so on. Anyways, here is the submarine itself. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the shark, which, you know, isn't a huge deal to me, but, you know, I kind of just wanted the submarine. It was only 20 bucks, you know, I figured I'd just, you know, jump on it. It was in great condition, came with some cool figures, and it did come with the spear as well as the treasure and the figures. And this head itself, the print for that head is honestly super cool. Wanted that for a long time, or at least wanted another one of those for a long time. I actually think I have a few of those. But anyways, moving on, once again, I'm showing off a BrickLink order I made. So some of these pieces are going to be used for a zombie apocalypse mock I'm building currently at my mother's house, because I don't live with my mom anymore. But don't really have any room at my place to build any mocks anymore, so, you know, I figured I'd order some pieces and see what I could do at her place. Anyways, it's coming together great, and here's me just kind of showing off these pieces, you know, some leaves and tree trunk pieces for a forest I'm building, as well as some 1x3 plates for a beach, and some slopes for a rock face I'm building outside of a military base. Honestly, it's going to be a great mock. I'll probably show it off on the channel. I definitely will show it off on the channel, but pretty much everything you see for the rest of the video is for that. Anyways, those are just some more plates and some 1x6s, I believe, gray bricks, or 1x8s or something like that. Anyways, kind of running out of breath here, taking this in one take. but I'm sure you guys don't really mind. You know, it's some cool content. Anyways, I'm just showing off some Brickarms now. One of the last things in the video, M2 HB machine gun. So all of these guns, more or less, are going to be in the mock that I'm going to be building. You know, whether it's in police stations, minifigures, hands, a military base I'm creating. You know, it's coming together pretty nice. It's pretty detailed, a lot better than some of the mocks I used to build when I was younger, or even some of the mocks that are on this channel posted from years ago. I actually haven't, you know, this is kind of me revitalizing a hobby of mine. So, you know, anyways, as for the guns themselves, you know, a lot of them are pretty modern. Me showing off this APOC AK-47 here, so a lot of them are pretty modern. You know, usable for a lot of different conflicts, stuff like that. And here's a lever action rifle. But you know, Brickarms nowadays, being an adult, aren't as expensive, you know, as they seemed as a kid. So I think, you know, bringing back this hobby wasn't a terrible thing for me to do. But as for the rest of the video, I think I'm just going to leave it off here, as I kind of just decide to show off the rest of these guns. It's not super exciting, but, you know, I'm kind of losing patience here. This video is going to end up being around 15 minutes long when it's over with. But yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video, kick back, and just look forward for lots more videos like this, whether it's unboxings, you know, mock overviews, update videos, whatever. You know, I'm going to be doing what I can in my free time. I'm currently still in school, and I do have a job, so you know, I've got other things to worry about. But yeah, just kick back, enjoy the rest of the video. Just me showing off some of these guns. I expect to see those in other projects. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been KY Brick. Peace out.